Hey, what's up, YouTube family? It's your favorite black guy from Nebraska. It's just black people in Nebraska. Today, we're going to talk about the modern Egyptians that are in Egypt right now. We're going to talk about where they come from, their origin, their history, and what they've been through, and how they got to where be the so-called Egyptians. So we're going to go over this information. A lot of people are not going to like this information, but hey, what I bring to you is going to be backed up with facts. It's going to be backed up with sources that you can confirm yourself. So I'm not bringing my own opinion. I'm bringing information that has been studied, that's been verified. So if you don't like it, if you have a problem with it, then holler at the sources, man. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the sources, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Modern Egyptians descend from Arabs and white slaves called Mamlukes. Egyptian period of Hyksos rule 1638 to 1530 BC. Egyptian period of Kushite rule 746 to 653 BC. Egyptian period of Assyrian rule 673 to 663 BC. Egyptian period of Persian rule 525 BC to 404 BC. Egyptian period of Greek rule 332 BC to 30 BC. Egyptian period of Roman rule 30 BC to 627 AD. Egyptian period of Arab rule 627 AD to 868 AD. The first Turkish dynasty was that of Ibn Tulun, who entered Egypt in 868. Turks have ruled Egypt ever since. Egyptian period of Turk / Mamluk rule 1250 AD to 1516 AD. Egyptian period of Ottoman Turk rule 1516 AD to 1918. Egyptian period of Turk Mulatto Quadroon Octoroon rule 1952 to present. Generally, it is estimated that a significant majority of Egyptians, potentially over 90%, identify culturally and linguistically as Arabs due to the Arabization that followed the Muslim conquest of Egypt in the 7th century. As of August 2024, Egypt's population is approximately 114.6 million people. So 90% of Egypt's population is about 103.1 million Arabs. The genetics of modern Egyptian individuals comprises 4 distinct ancestry components that sum up to 75% on average. Egyptians have a Middle Eastern, European, Eurasian, a North African, and East African component with 27%, 24%, 15%, and 9% influence, respectively. 27% Arab, 24% Turk, Mamluk, 15% North African, Mozambite, Amazi, 9% East African, Oromo, Somali, Punt, Cushitic, Nilotic, real Egyptians. mtDNA sequencing revealed that modern Egyptians have haplogroups most frequently found in Europeans, e.g. HVTJ, etc., 60%. Africans, e.g. L, with 24.8%, or Asians / East Asians, M, with 6.7%. And that source is an actual report, an article that I'm going to post in the comment section, so you guys we'll be able to confirm that. So I'm just not spouting off stuff. According to author Robert Davis, between 1 million and 1.25 million whites were captured by Barbary pirates and sold as slaves in North Africa and the Ottoman Empire between the 16th and 19th centuries. Over 1 million whites were held as slaves from the 1530s through the 1780s in North Africa. The descendants of these white slaves, octoroons and quadroons, in North Africa often claim lineage from the original inhabitants of that region. However, genetic evidence, including admixture and principal component analysis, PCA, suggests that Egypt's transcontinental location at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe has played a significant role in shaping the genetic diversity of its modern population. Egypt's history has seen numerous waves of migration and conquest from the Hyksos, Persians, and Greeks to the Arabs and Turks, leading to significant genetic mixing and population replacement over a millennia. Each wave introduced new genetic and cultural elements that diluted or replaced earlier populations. Now, this did not just occur in Egypt. This occurred in many places. This has happened in a lot of places that we don't realize. Many of the people who are so-called occupied lands in this, around the world, they're not the original people of that land. And a lot of people forget that. We forget that. We discount that. So let's go ahead and move on to some more information. Ancient Egyptian civilization dates back to around 3100 BC, with the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt making the beginning of the early dynastic period. However, certain people on social media platforms seem to be under the impression that ancient Egyptian civilization began in the New Kingdom around 1500 BC. There is a study titled Ancient Egyptian Mummy Genome suggesting an increase of sub-Saharan African ancestry in post-Roman periods. Let's stop right here. Ancient Egyptian mummies genomes. Ancient Egyptian mummy genomes from what dynasty and from what time period? Are these genomes from the early dynastic period, Old Kingdom, first intermediate period, Middle Kingdom, and second intermediate period, New Kingdom, the Macedonian era, the Ptolemaic era, or the Roman era? Let's read what the study says. The samples recovered from Middle Egypt span about 1,300 years of ancient Egyptian history from the New Kingdom to the Roman period. All sample remains derived from this community in Middle Egypt and have been radiocarbon dated to the late New Kingdom to the Roman period, 1388 BC to 426 AD. Let's stop right there. The oldest genome was radiocarbon dated to the late New Kingdom, 1388 BC. They tested 90 genomes from one site in northern Egypt. Out of these 90 genomes, 4 are from the New Kingdom. 1, 1388 BC, haplogroup J2, 2, 1304 BC, haplogroup R2, 3, 1211 BC, haplogroup M1, 4, 1111 BC, haplogroup R0. The other 86 samples are from the late New Kingdom, Ptolemaic, and Roman Egypt. I'm going to post a link in the description so you can confirm that. The oldest sample they tested was from 1388 BC and belonged to haplogroup J2. When certain people say ancient Egyptians are most closely related to Neolithic and Bronze Age samples in the Levant, what they mean is New Kingdom Egyptians are most closely related to Neolithic and Bronze Age samples in the Levant, and the New Kingdom is 1550 BC to 1070 BC. And you'll be able to check out what I mean in the link I'm going to post, and also what is right now in front of you. So let's go ahead and head over to the new slide. We find that ancient Egyptians from the New Kingdom are most closely related to the Neolithic and Bronze Age samples in the Levant, as well as to Neolithic, Anatolian, and European populations. Neolithic equals 10,000 to 4,500 BC. Bronze Age, 3,300 to 1,200 BC. For some odd reason, so-called whites and their Arab Turk family members in North Africa believe that ancient Neolithic people in the Levant in Europe were something akin to white people. The surprise is that the Neolithic peoples of Europe in Bronze Age successors are not closely related to their modern inhabitants. And just like in this picture, the source will be posted in the comment sections so you guys can confirm everything that I am presenting to you. So this is going to be the end of this presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope we can kind of dispel some things that have been going around in regards to the ancient inhabitants of the land that the modern Egyptians now control. Because a lot, like I said, there have been a lot of waves of migrations. People move and other people take over. That has happened all throughout time. So it will behoove us to do the research to confirm or deny what has been presented to us in our current education system. So it's your favorite black guy from Nebraska. Yes, it's Black People in Nebraska. Man, please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this information. And also, I will put everything in the comment section. All right. So if you have a question, if you want to counteract something I've said, please refer to the source. Don't refer to me. Don't get upset with me. Don't get angry with me. Please refer to the source, or, bring your own information to counteract what I'm saying. If you don't care for it, if you don't like it, or just patronize somebody else's page. But I'm hoping that we have enough open-minded people who can say, you know what, I enjoy this information, or you know what, I don't like this information, but I'm not going to insult in the comment section because I don't like what I'm hearing. So we're all adults, or supposed to be adults, but I know and understand that this is the internet at the same time. So it's your favorite black guy from Nebraska. Yes, just Black People in Nebraska. I'm out. Peace.